This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Now that is what the Rangers are supposed to look like, right? 11 runs on 15 hits, home runs for Wyatt, Langford, Marcus Semien, a monster 4-hit game, and a big pitching performance again by Jack Leiter, and a big win for the Rangers. They crush the Cardinals tonight in the opener by the final of 11-1. Here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every single day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you for watching Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Locked On Rangers podcast feed. That is where you'll find the great work of Bryce Patrick every day. Bryce had a couple of really nice episodes today and yesterday. Tough to listen to some of it, but because it's the truth. But I thought he did a really nice job of talking about the bullpen and what they can do or not do with the offense. And hey, you know what? The bottom line is, we've talked about this. I know Bryce has as well. It's been a long time since the Rangers had a day off at home. They've had some days off on the road, but just not the same. Just a different vibe when you're in a hotel and you're trying to think of something maybe you can do, and it's nice, but nothing like being at home and in your own house. And I don't know. Maybe that's just what this team needed to kind of reset, take a break. We'll see. One game, but boy, they look like a different team tonight, a team that we haven't seen even in some of the bigger wins. Just the way that they collectively looked and carried themselves in this game tonight was different and refreshing and much needed, and most importantly, hopefully, the start of what will be a Texas Rangers turnaround here in 2025.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, look, most of all, I know a lot of you have already weighed in, so a lot of what we're going to be talking about is what you guys are saying. We're going to get to your comments here in just a minute, but obviously the 11-run outburst, huge night. We'll go down and we'll get into it. We'll have all the breakdown for you coming up in a minute. Again, can't say enough about Jack Leiter, and I mean, every start he is getting better and better. And I mean, he is still a young guy, still technically a rookie, even though he pitched last season. But you just see the dominance and the confidence and the stuff. And I mean, he is just, tell you what, man, when you throw like that and you pitch like that and you just kind of, you're at that level where you're better than everybody else on the field, right? It just, it really does have a domino effect. Like we've said this so often that, the bad playing can have a domino effect, but conversely, good playing, Marcus Semien. I mean, when Marcus is right, I mean, man, just same thing with Adolis. I mean, when these guys get going, when they get right, it just ignites like wildfire. And so hopefully this will take some of the pressure off and help them kind of exhale a little bit. But we're going to talk about that. We have some news about some other players. You heard from Bryce. Kumar Rocker looked really good. If we have time, I'll try to take a look Evan Carter was supposed to play 5 innings tonight at Round Rock. I'll try to get an update on how he did, but sounds like he's going to be probably back with the team at some point on the upcoming road trip. So that'll be good for him. And, boy, what a breath of fresh air Sam Haggerty has kind of morphed into. Very quietly, he is making the most of his opportunity, and he's playing well right now. And so, we'll see. The good news is that I think Bruce is going to have, some options, and hopefully he'll be in the position where he can put the best team out there that gives this Rangers team a chance to win. All right, but this game tonight, all about the offense. 11 runs on 15 hits.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
I'm going to go with the first inning just because, for a couple of reasons. One, I think because Jack Leiter set the tone in the top of the first with a 1-2-3 inning. And then I thought the way the Rangers scored that first run in the first inning, Sam Haggerty with that, just the hustle, just to put the pressure on, that kind of took it to the Cardinals early and forced their great shortstop Wynn to throw the ball. I thought the first baseman should have been charged with the error, but they gave it to Wynn. But bottom line is, got the inning started. And then how about Josh Young, a big 2-out RBI single to give the Rangers the early lead. Usually, when you have a team that slugs like the Rangers do, a run really isn't that big of a deal. But for this team and the way that they've been playing, to get that first run is huge. It's big. It means a lot. And so I thought that really set the tone. Bottom of the second, it's been a while since the Rangers have scored in back-to-back innings, which is, unbelievable in and of itself. But Higashioka, 1-out single, Semien, base hit to the left, Haggerty, that big 2-run triple to right, that was a beauty. Wyatt Langford followed with a 2-run home run, the bomb to left. That was a moonshot for Wyatt. That made it first 3-0, then 5-0. Bottom of the sixth, Berger, leadoff single, Higashioka, Semien, a third hit of the night to left, I should say. That made it 6-0. Sam Haggerty, third RB of the night for him. Single to right field, that made it 7-0. Wyatt walked, and then Josh Young, again, a 2-out, 2-run single to left. That made it 9-0. And then in the bottom of the seventh, Higashioka, infield single, and Marcus Semien. Good to see monster Marcus tonight. 2-run home run to left. His fourth hit of the game. 11-0 Rangers. Every starter got a hit except Jonah Heim and Ezekiel Duran. And now the Rangers are 20-3 when they score at least 4 runs or more. All right, so great. And again, Jack Leiter, I know I wanted to see him finish the 6th inning, but again, he was lights out, and he just had everything working. Great stuff. Just getting better and better, more confident every single start. I love the fact that he is really becoming even more dominant at home. That's something that I think will play well over time, but he's just looks great. And so good win all the way around, 11-1, the final. All right, when we come back, all of your comments are coming up next. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Great night tonight. Rangers rout the Cardinals 11-1. This is the Rangers POSTCAST. All right, well, as you know, this is a great time of the year, right? Great night tonight at the ballpark for sure. But also the NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there has never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live with player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays. Fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. So, a couple things you can do. I mean, if you've got a read on who might be heating up, why not back it up with the same game parlay? And again, if you get $200 in bonus bets, adding to the excitement if your first $5 bet hits, I mean, that is literally a game changer. So if you're new to FanDuel, it is the perfect time to sign up. You head to FanDuel.com and place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. So make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. All right, welcome back to the Rangers postcast. The Rangers crushed the Cardinals by the final of 11-1. So many highlights. Let's get right to it. A lot of you have weighed in. Thank you in advance, by the way. I know it's a Friday night, and for you guys to take the time to deliberately be a part of this show and to participate means more to me than I can say. So thank you. Love it when you guys jump in. I'm not looking to, to be a superstar or talk to myself. I like talking with you guys and interacting with you. All right, we're going to start with Paul Wilson. Paul says, quick correction. I meant to say that Bryce had given up on the team, not Bruce. Also, the sugarcoating remark was from one comment crew to another, not directed at you. Okay, thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. I don't remember that, to be honest. I'm being fully honest, but it's all good. I know your heart, and like everybody was frustrated. That was a really bad loss the other night, so I get it. Battlefield Ace says, I told you all Marcus would warm up later than I'd like, but it's incredible what the team does when he's feeling himself. Yeah, no doubt. And Bruce Bochy made the comment, they mentioned during the TV broadcast, that he knows. I mean, he knows Marcus is trying and working hard, frustrated, trying to get out of it. Dave, the play-by-play guy, Dave Raymond, made the comment, I think it was last game, talking about how he personally, Dave, kind of looked into, okay, what's going on with Marcus? Where is the leak? Where is the hole in his game? And paraphrasing, that basically, all of the metrics are pretty much the same. There's not like one big glaring difference. It's just, the hits have just not been falling until tonight. So, maybe like you said, Battlefield Ace, maybe just a little bit later than we thought this time around. But hey, if he can get it going now, great. Paul says, great game tonight. I almost wept when Marcus hit the home run. Yeah, no doubt. Let's do it again tomorrow. That was huge. We do these games, and when things are bad, it's frustrating, and you get upset, and you want them to do better, and you want them to improve, and then you have a night like tonight, and when you see the breakthrough and you see the results, it's like you said. I mean, it's a great feeling, and that that's one thing about sports and being a fan. that, nobody can take away. Nobody can, it's just a cool, special human connection that we all get to have. And I love it. It's great. It's a blessing for sure. Texas Hobby Bin, what a breath of fresh air. Glad to see the real Semien too. Let's keep it going for tomorrow. Absolutely. Great post there. James Eustace says runs scored in 4 different innings. 4 runs scored in 2 different innings. And Marcus Semien, 4 for 4. Good game. That is 4 gone right there for James. Very well done. Isaac getting in early. Good man. Isaac Harlan says Haggerty had a good game. Also, I was surprised that Adolis wasn't in the lineup. Is he okay? And then James said to Isaac, I think it was because the Cardinals were starting a left-handed pitcher. Well, yes and yes. Paul says that Boch said that Adolis needed a mental day off, but no mention of a physical issue. Yeah, apparently, for whatever reason, right, you would think going up against a lefty, Adolis would have great numbers, but it's been just the opposite. His OPS against lefties is really bad, like not good. And so you add that to what Boch said about Adolis needing a mental break and a mental day off, and I get it. So that gives him yesterday and today, a couple of days. We know that Adolis has been playing lights out in the outfield, but he's going to have to get. He's had some big hits. I mean, he's had some hits, but he needs to get a little more consistency and cut down some of those extremes of, when it's like really bad and he can't even make contact and it's just swinging at bad pitches. He's got to cut that down and get a little bit more consistent because, I think here in a couple of weeks, I think, as we get into June, you're going to see, Bruce Bochy is going to have, kind of a surplus of outfielders. And, I think Bruce and the organization, I think they love Adolis. They know how, kind of like with Marcus, we talked about this early, when Adolis is playing at a high level and he's fired up and he's energized, what a difference that makes. But again, this is 2025 and got to be able to do it right now. So we're going to be into June here by the end of the weekend. And it's like, okay, now you got to get going. I mean, there's no more excuses. So I think this return, when he comes back, it's going to be a big period for Adolis Garcia. And I don't mean that, in a mean-spirited way. I'm just telling you how I see it. Okay. Isaac says, oh, okay, that's good. Robert Jones III says, can we just do this every game? If it makes watching it makes it watching it so much more fun. Yeah, so much better when they win and they hit and they score. Rangers fan 101 says Marcus Semien went 4 for 4 with a home run. The Rangers got hits with runners in scoring position. Someone pinch me. I must be dreaming. Yeah, this one wasn't just a big win. I mean, this was a complete, thorough, dominant win. Lloyd says, I didn't get to watch the game, but how was Young on batting overall? Good. I mean, Young is still growing, but he had 3 hits. Did strike out once, but 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Again, he's, comfortable. I think, he wants to cut down on the strikeouts, but I thought he handled himself very well, very patient, waited for his pitch, and he delivered 3 hits. I thought he looked good. Isaac says, let's hope that this isn't a once performance, that they need to do it again tomorrow. Absolutely. Train Guy says, finally, we hit in scoring position. I'm hoping this is the start of something beautiful. Shout out to Semien and Haggerty. Yeah, no doubt. Well said. Good to see Haggerty making the most of his opportunity as well. Chase says, hello, win column. Got to remember there is a lot of seasons still to play. I was also going to comment on 2011. Yeah, that I don't want to go there, but I mean, that game 6 loss may be one of like the most epic, painful, gut-wrenching postseason losses like in baseball history. Right up there for sure. Train Guy says, by the way, you think Josh Young should stay in the cleanup spot? I'm okay, kind of moving him depending on who you're facing. I mean, I think Bruce wanted to get him up there facing a lefty, but I'm doesn't have to be etched in stone. I mean, my hope is that we'll see other guys get going and producing, and Bruce will have some difficult decisions, right, on who to move around and what to do. Mike Clark says, congratulations, Rangers. Lloyd says the bats have awoken and pitching has been great already. We just lost a series of the Blue Jays in which they scored a whopping of total of 4 runs and won 2 games. Let's go. Mav Fan 1 says, can't be blamed for thinking the Rangers may only score a run or 2 the rest of the weekend. Well, let's hope not. Lloyd says, Haggerty starting to impress me in the leadoff spot. Yeah, I mean, I think right now, for a lot of these positions, I think they're kind of there for the taking. If somebody wants to take off and own it, take ownership of it, and hold on to it, great, go for it. I'm okay with that. Mike says, excellent game from Marcus, making me eat my words. All of us. Mother Pig, is it a coincidence that Garcia rode the bench and we score 11 runs? Don't think so. Garcia has been killing potential rallies all season. Yeah, I think there is a lot of truth to that for sure. Not to single him out, but yeah, there's a big chunk there, no doubt. Battlefield A says, seriously, if our offense can do even half of this, then we might be able to salvage, the season. Our pitching is just unreal, a bit more consistent offense, and we actually stand a chance. FanDuel, not in Texas, bro. Still feeling good about this year. Wyatt is going to hit 30 home runs by the end of the year. The heart of this team, pitching is great. We are going to go all the way despite the early struggles so far. Brent Workman says, just got home, saw the score. I'm in shock. Ricky Gonzalez getting in there. I'll be the first to ask, are the Rangers back? Eagle Run 23 says that was fun watching on delay. So here on delay, caution, gentlemen, we did this exact same thing twice already in April and May. It did not result in any tides turning. And Texas Hobbyman says the 3 players missing the ground ball by Haggerty up the middle was awesome too. Yeah, that's good. Hey, it's about time some of those breaks went their way. And finally, Madrid says, love the show, my every night fix. How do we feel about the role of Osuna moving forward, sticks and majors? Well, and Brent says, thank you. Hey, thank you to you guys. Thank you, Madrid, for the kind words. I think, again, with Carter coming back and with Haggerty now, the way that he's playing, and Osuna, I think I'm looking at like really the next couple of weeks are going to be. I don't like to use the word audition but I think some jobs are going to be on the line, and some guys are going to have an opportunity to determine on their own by their play if they get to stay and play more, or if they are sent back down or optioned or DFA'd. So it's going to be a very, very interesting couple of weeks. But before all of that, I think like all of you have said, okay, huge win tonight. Let's do it again tomorrow. Let's do it again on Sunday. So with that said, I will be with you tomorrow, early evening, afternoon. But thank you for hanging with me tonight. Great comments, great input. Love everything that you guys have to say, and looking forward to a quicker turnaround and game 2 tomorrow. All right. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good day tomorrow, and we will talk to you after game 2. The final score tonight, though, all Rangers all the time. They take the opener from the Cardinals 11-1. This has been the Rangers Postcast.